Hello everyone. This is just going to be a quick Bitcoin focused update, or maybe I'll cover a few altcoin metrics as well uh, towards the end of the video. But first of all, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at why we shorted, where we might short again, and the current long setup, right? So the current longs going well. I am primarily looking for 99,000, which is somewhere around this volume imbalance. So if we look at this anchored VWAP from our all-time high value right now, it would be like a volume gap around this region. Exactly. So when you're coming down, and as you can see, we had a large wick down, a small recovery. We put in a lot of volume, a lot of fighting went on in the order books right here, right? And then we cascaded down, which means that around the 99 to $100,000 region, we don't necessarily have a stacked order book, which means that if people were not interested in defending this level, they will likely not be interested in longing a breakout at this level. All right. So one thing I'd like to point out is from the all-time highs, which was a pretty high volume scenario, all right? So yeah. So as you can see, we kept on having like very large volume spikes, a lot of buy volume delta pushing us up higher. And every Monday we used to dip because over the week, Sailor usually starts raising convertible notes and they start pumping money into the market after Monday, right? And once the marginal bid is gone on Monday, we dip and then we move back up. But this time, what happened is that a corporate blackout was observed, and because of that, we had like a sort of Monday rally, but not too much. Right now, during the corporate blackout, I'm actually more bullish on Ethereum than Bitcoin, and we can already see price rejecting a little bit here. So this was the first time that we've broken above hourly trend, and we're also above weekly open. So for now, I've taken some profit on my Bitcoin long when we retested this level. Yeah. So the moment we retested this weekly VWAP band, and this is in confluence with the anchored VWAP from the all-time high, right? And we've drawn out this scenario. This is what we're looking for. So ideally, we reject here, and what remains to be seen is whether we find support at the weekly open again or somewhere above it again, right? And if we're looking at the hourly trend, this is the first time that we have reclaimed the hourly trend since losing it on Wednesday, the 18th of December, right? So if we lost it on Wednesday, 18th of December, and now we've reclaimed it, also with like pretty strong relative buy volume. I know it's a holiday, like right now, US session is about to be closed early. It's going to get closed at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's early days to say that, okay, we flipped the hourly trend and now we're heading back to all-time highs. Especially like prices just, if I just clear up my chart a little bit. In fact, I'll just clear everything up, all right? Uh, yeah, so we understand that, okay, this is the weekly VWAP. We don't need that on the chart. So if I just clear chart a bit, these are the quarterly VWAP levels. So the quarterly VWAP is at 82,000 right now. And band one is at 102, band two is at 112,000. So as long as we are under, like, we are sandwiched between this band and this lower time frame band, especially like the anchored VWAP. So as long as we don't resolve in either direction, you can just expect price to chop around. In fact, it's a pretty bearish sign that we're rejecting from this level right now. The only thing that remains to be seen is whether we come down and defend this level. And if we defend it, will we move back up or not? What is the key factor that is influencing price right now? That is the Bitcoin ETF flows. So we were pretty on point when we said that ETFs will have outflows over the next few days on 16th of December, and this is when we were shorting, right? So, we started shorting here, pretty much like, just shorted this entire way up, expecting the sailor positioning to unwind, and then it completely unwinded. And we've closed our shorts pretty much at the bottom, but we're still looking at a Coinbase premium right now. And past few days, we had a Coinbase discount. Now, if we're looking at ETFs, I actually believe that today on 24th December, right now, based on the Coinbase spot CVDs, I think we actually had quite a bit of inflows, and that might just be, holiday buying. But the past few days, we've had extremely heavy outflows for Bitcoin ETFs, which is almost 1.3 billion in outflows. And today we might have some inflows, but during the corporate blackout. So, what is a corporate blackout? At this time, companies can't issue convertible notes, which means that a lot of these companies like MicroStrategy, Riot, El Salvador, which is a marginal buyer. So, all of these marginal buyers who have been piling on a spot Bitcoin positions, they can't really keep adding to their positions during this time, which means that Ethereum can have its time under the sun. And this is why I mentioned that, okay, so we will have altcoins showing a lot of strength, Bitcoin not so much. Ethereum, as you can see yesterday, it had pretty strong inflows. Price held up well as well, actually. So that's one thing. Another thing to keep an eye on is the stock market. So SPX pretty much played out to perfection. We wanted to see support below 5,800. We pretty much, tapped the box and went back up. Then we wanted an initial rejection from 6,000. We got that. And now we're just trending back up today. And usually, when you have a sort of, collapse like this on before Christmas volatility, you have a recovery during Christmas time. And that's what transpires. What remains to be seen right now is whether this is a sort of bull trap. And for that, I would just say look at the flows because we've had pretty heavy Binance selling. I can't show you the AGGR chart right now, but because it doesn't go back that much in time. But all of this spot selling over the past few days has been Binance spot, which means that there's a lot of minor positioning unwinding, which also tells you that, okay, you need to keep an eye on the spot CVDs. Today, as soon as we open, you can clearly see like the start of the US session. In fact, slightly before that, we just had an insane spot TWAP again, which is likely the ETFs. But since the US session is closing soon, hold on, let me just check the time. Uh, yeah, so the US session is closing in about an hour's time. So if during that time we see like the spot CVD slow down, I believe we can just roll over the weekend. The following weekend, like we have Christmas, so that's a holiday, and then the following weekend, like we can just roll over while everyone expects a Santa rally. Altcoins, I expect to remain extremely strong, to be honest. Uh, so I'll be looking to get out of my Bitcoin and what's that coin? Usual longs. So I'll be getting out of my longs soon enough and just sitting on my hands, realizing some profit. At the same time, I'm not really particularly bearish on the market, but these are the short liquidations that you usually look for, right? So we've had a shit ton of short liquidations today. As you can see, price has been moving up, open interest moving down. It's spot squeezing those shorts, and perp CVD has been pretty much up only, but open interest has come down. which means that it shorts closing. And we also have so many short liquidations today. In fact, if we actually go to the like a higher time frame, yeah, so we've had like in a 4 hour period, we've had 20 million in short liquidations on Bitcoin. And I'm pretty sure that we had much more, like many more short liquidations elsewhere. The only thing is that whether spot CVDs hold up right now or not. So as you can see, like there's been a lot of spot selling, especially on the higher time frame. So if we continue to have like a spot selling episode after the US closes, after the marginal ETF bid, like the holiday season is gone, then we can see a little bit of a retracement. In fact, like I'm pretty confident that at some point we reject between here and like 100,000, and we come back either to the hourly trend, like fill this partially, and then test the weekly open. What remains to be seen is what we do here. Okay, so if we hold this level and we hold this level without extremely high leverage coming on, like extremely high open interest, extremely high funding, especially like depends on what altcoins do. I believe altcoins will fire off, especially after the yearly open. But if we hold this level, then I will add back to my long position, and then I will target like pretty much the 102 level, like this entire volume gap from that level, right? For now, I'm holding partials, and I'm holding partials to see how we react over the next couple of hours. We have like 1 hour, 15 minutes to go until the US session closes. And that's pretty much it for the Bitcoin update. Let me know if you want more regular video update in the comment section. And I'm also planning on making an altcoin update for all of you. Hope this helps. And also, I've been posting a lot on my Twitter, like my long positioning, as well as my Telegram. So the link for my Telegram is in the bio, is in the description, and also my Twitter bio. So just take a look. If you are interested in more lower time frame positioning, how I'm trading these markets, you can join and share your chart, share your opinion, and we go ahead from there. Okay. So yeah, just pretty much wanted to summarize my thoughts and also the possibility of a further correction on Bitcoin based on ETF flows, like it might just be a marginal bid, etc. So based on that, we can have a little bit of a further correction. Depends on how we behave if and when we retest these levels. So that's it from my side. Another thing is like just keep an eye on the daily volume profiles. So we actually left an NPOC here. I was thinking that we sweep this level, take the NPOC, and then move up. It can still happen, but now it won't be as good of a long. Like we've pretty much moved up since the US session on very low volume, especially on perps, because a lot of volume is chasing altcoins right now, and the spot volume has been on the buying volume has been on spot for Bitcoin. Just something to keep an eye on. Maybe you target this NPOC if we are to break up, and then you just take it NPOC, 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 take partial TPs along the way up. I'm personally taking some profit around these levels, between 99 to 100K, looking to add back to my long position if we hold these levels with some spot buying and some, without leverage piling on. And that's pretty much it from my side. Hope this helped, uh, and see you guys in the next video. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate.